West had begun with a German sweep through Belgium that took them all the way to the Marne River, less than 30 miles from Paris. There, the French rallied and, with the British, drove back the overextended German army to a defense line that stretched from Belgium on the North Sea to the border of Switzerland.
The Battle of Vimy Ridge was between Britain and Canada against Germany. Vimy Ridge was located in northern France. It was where the Germans had their new Hindenburg Line. The Canadian attack began before dawn on Easter morning of April 9, 1917, and ended on April 12, 1917. The Battle of Vimy Ridge took place over a distance of 7 kilometers, and it was the first time that all 4 Canadian divisions fought together.
1917 was the worst and the longest of the war. Driven by tempestuous winds, a deluge of rain, sleet, and snow cascaded across the battlefields, making the life of the soldiers in the trenches a bitter struggle for survival. Major Kenneth Maxey.
The Germans had had 2 years to prepare their defensive position, and their dugouts lay far underground in chalk caverns, large enough, in some cases, to accommodate a battalion. Their network of trenches, 3 deep, was designed to hold until reinforcements beyond the range of Allied guns could be brought into action.
The Battle of Vimy was said to be one of the greatest victories in Canadian military history. The Canadian Army had succeeded where the previous French Army had failed, losing more than 100,000 men. The Canadians won the battle by using their unique strategy called the creeping barrage. The creeping barrage was when the Canadian Army fired their artillery slightly ahead of the soldiers as they advanced up the ridge.
The iron throats nearby crashed forth their message of death to the Germans. And from 3,000 guns, the tempest of death swept through the air. It was a wonderful sound. The flashes of guns in all directions made lightning in the dawn. In an instant, the enemy's artillery replied, and against the morning clouds the bursting shrapnel flashed. I knelt on the ground and prayed to the God of battles to guard our noble men. There was such splendor of human character being manifested in that far-flung line where smoke and flame mocked the calm of the morning.
In advance of the Canadians, there was much that was new. An application of tactics that would transform the way the war in the trenches was fought.
Most of the weapons used in the battle were machine guns, barbed wire, and gases. The gases would burn your face and blind you. Although Canada won the battle, it didn't come without a cost. 3,598 men were killed and also 7,000 wounded.
In 1922, France had ceded to Canada 250 acres on Hill 145 in perpetuity for a memorial park to honor the fallen soldiers at Vimy.
It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know.